What is happening when you can't make a move? Can't move. Getting stuck physically or energetically are normal phases of the growth cycle. Sometimes you are stuck because you are waiting for time to catch up to the changes you have made, and sometimes you are stuck because there is a secret level you haven't passed that is holding us back. What happens when you enter a season where you feel you cannot move forward? Not physically, but energetically. This is a normal phase that often never gets talked about. It is known as a liminal space. You often enter liminal spaces or liminal seasons of life when you are right in between who you were and who you are becoming. Think of it as being lost in the middle, when you are actually cutting the cord to the old you and connecting to the new you. This is the moment of transition. That is why this season often comes right before your huge breakthrough. It is the last thin string being cut from the old you or your old life, just before you fully connect to the new you, where all your dreams become your reality. This is when you are entering your demonstration season and stepping onto the game field. Think of an athlete who has trained their entire life to make it to the finals in their sport. The night before the biggest game of their life, they might start asking, "Oh gosh, can I actually do this?" That night before their big game is literally their last moment to think before they step onto the field and have to show they can do it. This is what is called a liminal space. They aren't on the training field anymore. There is no more time to train, time is up, and they must enter the game field tomorrow. But that night before the game, they can't train anymore, yet they aren't on the field yet. It's the in-between moment. This is the moment when doubt can creep in because you're not busy doing. Technically, you're waiting, going through a purgatory on a mini scale as you transition between realms of who you were and who you are about to be, never being able to go back. Progress purgatory. These are the moments in life where you feel like you're stuck in a liminal space, unable to move forward, or when self-doubt sneaks in and makes you question everything you're doing. But don't worry, these moments are not the end of the game. They are essential levels designed to test you, push you, and ultimately help you grow. Let's explore how to navigate these tricky stages so you can keep leveling up and moving closer to your grand demonstration. Stuck in a timeline. Liminal spaces and limbo are types of levels where you might feel stuck or held in place, as if in a holding space. These are levels meant to pause or pass a test. Often, something must happen before the next event can unfold. Sometimes these are invisible levels, and you can't figure out why you're stuck. Something is holding up everything. Liminal spaces often follow tribulations and tower moments. Liminal spaces can feel like Groundhog Day, where the same experiences or feelings are repeated endlessly, not moving forward. They can be compared to being pregnant, but not yet having given birth, symbolizing the waiting room for birthing a new version of yourself. As the countdown to the publication of School of Soul began, I was on the verge of becoming Adeline. I had done all the work behind the scenes to create a new life in this life, but I had yet to release it to the public. I had already changed, but the physical world didn't catch up to the change until my books were published under my new name, and the covers were a stark symbolization that a new era had begun, even though it had happened for me and in me months before. The in-between of my inner world waiting for the outer world to match again was a liminal space. Secret levels. To pass the levels and free the chains, one must find their way out of liminal spaces. Sometimes a level isn't passed because there is still something left to learn. This notion aligns with the idea that a no can sometimes signify a holdup in a liminal space. Universal signs suggest that when opportunities arise, they should be seen as invitations from the universe, not meant to be skipped. This is no different than when people cross your path for a reason, each encounter potentially carrying a significant lesson or opportunity for growth. If you ever feel stuck for unknown reasons, not stuck like you have anxiety, but stuck like you are doing everything right and nothing is moving forward, even though, based on your actions, it should be, the best thing to do is to stop and make more space in your life. This will sound dumb, but over the 4 years of writing School of Soul, anytime I would get stuck, I would stop everything and do activities related to making space in my overall life. For example, purge my closet and give away a significant amount of clothing, or spend a week deleting every email I would never need again, even organizing and purging all my photos in my iCloud one time. And the funny thing? Every time I did, once I was done, progress would open in regards to my book series. None of it had anything to do with my work, yet when I made space in other areas of life, the space would allow for the new to enter, and I could close out a level or complete a huge project, allowing me to move forward. Now, there is a big difference between being energetically stuck by something outside of your control versus you keeping you stuck. Let's look at a concept called analysis paralysis. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Play the next move. In the game of life, one of the biggest obstacles is getting stuck in a loop of overthinking, what we call analysis paralysis. It's that state where you're so busy contemplating every possible move, you forget to make any move at all. You're trapped in the maze of what-ifs, second-guessing every choice until the game comes to a complete halt. To move forward, you need to make a move. Just act. Trust that you already have the knowledge, the tools, and the intuition to choose wisely. No decision will ever be perfect, and every step you take will teach you something valuable. The game doesn't wait for you to find the perfect path. It rewards those who play. When you find yourself stuck in analysis paralysis, remind yourself, action is the antidote. Even if you're uncertain, take the next step forward. It's better to move and learn than to stay frozen, stuck in indecision. Confidence isn't something you find by thinking. It's something you build by acting, by taking risks, by learning from mistakes, and by pushing onward through the challenges. Instead of overthinking, break big decisions down into smaller, manageable steps. Focus on the next right move rather than getting overwhelmed by the bigger picture. Remember, in this game, action beats inaction every time. Progress is made through movement, not overthinking. The key is simple. Keep moving forward. Don't let fear or uncertainty become the reason you stay on the sidelines. Your next move is waiting. Fight, flight, or freeze. Choosing your play. In the game of life, you face moments where our instincts scream at us to make a choice. To fight, to flee, or to freeze. This is the acute stress response kicking in, the body's natural reaction to a perceived threat. The surge of adrenaline, the pounding heart, the rapid breathing, all preparing you for action. When you sense danger, the game gives you 3 possible plays. Fight. Confront the challenge head-on. This is your power move, your chance to take control and shape the outcome. Flight. Retreat to safety. This is a defensive maneuver, strategically stepping back to avoid harm. Freeze. Stay still and wait it out. Sometimes, when neither fighting nor fleeing is possible, you wait for the right moment to act. But here's the trick. The game rewards quick decisions. Don't get stuck in freeze mode or pretend the situation isn't happening. Recognize when you're facing a threat, make your choice, and move. This is how you master the game, by knowing when to stand your ground, when to retreat, and when to bide your time. Breaking free from analysis. Paralysis. How to make your move. Standing at the crossroads, paralyzed by choices, it's easy to get caught in the endless loop of overthinking. But here's the secret to winning. Just make your move. Every second you hesitate, the game goes on without you. So how do you break free? You arm yourself with knowledge. Knowledge is your weapon. Dive deep, do your research, overstand your options. But remember, knowledge is your sword, not your shield. You're not meant to hide behind it forever. Face your fears. Write down the worst-case scenarios. See them for what they are, smaller than they appear in the shadows of your mind. Once you confront them, they lose their power over you. Visualize your victory. Now, picture your best-case scenario. Close your eyes and see everything working out perfectly. Feel that thrill of success, that pride in your achievement. This vision is your guiding star, your motivation to act. Make quick decisions. 15-second rule. Give yourself just 15 seconds to make a decision. Don't waste your energy overthinking. Force yourself to act on intuition and snap judgments. The game moves fast. You should too. Remember, no move is ever wasted if it moves you forward. The perfect moment is now. Trust your gut, make the choice, and keep playing. The only way to win is to keep moving. Imposter syndrome analysis. Paralysis is often a symptom of imposter syndrome. Doubt. It's a sneaky fucker. And be sure it will creep up. I promised I wouldn't sugarcoat anything. Know it will come, and it can come at the weirdest times. Through years of working with clients and participating in masterminds with super successful entrepreneurs, I observed that imposter syndrome often actually started to rear its ugly head, most right as their lives were about to skyrocket in the direction of their vision. It's part of all the levels as far as I am concerned in the game of life. It's just a test. I remember a time when I was launching my first online school and writing books for the real estate industry. Despite my achievements, I felt an overwhelming sense of imposter syndrome. Who was I to think I could succeed in this new venture? The doubt crept in, threatening to derail my progress. However, I used a strategy that had helped me before. I hit back with positive affirmations. Every time doubt whispered, "Who am I to do this?" I responded with, "Why not me?" This mindset helped me push through the fear and achieve my goals. I learned that combating imposter syndrome requires a proactive approach using positive affirmations. Imposter syndrome manifests as a feeling of guilt for not being good enough or feeling unworthy of what you are receiving. If you ever begin to hear questions like, "Who am I to do this?" or "Who am I to step out and demand this larger life?" know that it's a test. When you hear this voice, hit it back with, "Why am I not to?" That's right. Slap it right in the face with, "Of course me." You become who you act to be, and this is the quickest way to dissolve fear and mental hurdles of imposter syndrome. What does it mean that you become how you act? Let's break it down. You know how when you think you see a spider, you freak out, but it wasn't even there? Or how about when you are about to injure yourself and you say "aw" before it happens? That is a perceived situation changing your emotional state and thus providing a reaction. You can hack this backward to work for you. If you act confident, your body will start to respond. Yep, your cells will begin to realign and become what you are acting as. This is why in business school, they teach you to sit up straight and put your body into power positions when delivering a speech. Because by acting confident, your speech becomes confident. Who are you not to? Think of all the people who will miss out on their grand demonstrations in life because they fall victim to this little voice. When it peeps in, you hit back 10x louder if you must. If you begin to feel inadequate, I want you to shout it out loud, "Why not me?" This won't be the first time this feeling is going to come up. You are going to feel crazy. Every time you level up, every time you choose to go bigger, this feeling will creep in again. As you go on, this feeling will become normalized. The more you step out, and the more you ask for more and go for bigger, you will begin to feel comfortable with this process, and simply understand it is part of the becoming stage of you preparing to be the next improved version of yourself. So often in life, people get to this stage and freak out, give up, let the doubt take them out, or take over. This is always a point of opportunity for a breakthrough. If you stop, it becomes a breakdown. It is only a breakthrough if you push through that messy layer, that uncomfortable layer, that doubt layer. Do it if you're going to do it. Doubt and hesitation are natural parts of any journey, but they don't have to stop you. Moving forward is about trusting your intuition, your experience, and your inner compass. Remember, you are not defined by a single choice, but by the totality of your actions over time. Every step you take, every decision you make, adds to your growth. Doubt may try to creep in, but acknowledge it, then move beyond it. Confidence is built through action, not inaction. The more you push forward, the stronger you become. Take time to reflect on your successes, no matter how small. Recognize the progress you've made and let it fuel your determination. Let go of the need for perfection, and instead, focus on consistent, incremental progress. The key is to keep moving forward, to trust in your path, and to know that every step brings you closer to your goals. In the game of life, recognizing and measuring your progress is vital for continued growth. Look for the signs that your learning is working through the results you achieve. Move beyond doubt and hesitation and act with confidence. Remember, progress is not always a straight line. It's filled with ups and downs, but each step, each decision, brings you closer to your ultimate destination. Trust in yourself, measure your growth, and keep moving forward with purpose and determination. The game is yours to win, one step at a time. Keep playing, keep moving, and keep growing. Believe in your inner compass, trusting yourself. To keep moving forward, you must trust yourself. Trust your decisions, your instincts, and your inner guidance. Doubt and hesitation can paralyze you, preventing you from taking the steps necessary to advance your game. Believing in yourself ensures you maintain momentum and stay aligned with your purpose. Your inner compass is your best guide. It knows the right path for you, even when the external world is full of noise and distractions. Trust your intuition, make decisions that align with your values, and act confidently. The more you trust yourself, the clearer your path becomes. Level complete. You have just leveled up. Continue to the next lesson.